It's 8 a.m. right now. Details on a deal struck between Wisconsin's university system and the legislature, unlocking millions of dollars in funding. That's coming up.
And rain is clearing out of the area. I'll have your full weekend forecast straight ahead.
Plus, how transferring to a new college can change an athlete's name, image, and likeness deal. Our Catherine Merck reports. Good morning, and thanks for joining us here on Weekend Mornings. I'm Kyle Pazorski here alongside Jacob Montesano. Actress Judi Dench turns 89 today. Jacob, did you know that?
I didn't know that. Is she the one, I could be way off. Is she the one in Shakespeare in Love?
Honestly, I have no idea who she is.
I don't know. I could be way off, but I'm pretty sure that's right.
That's about it. Yeah. Anyway, let's take a live look outside this morning. This is at the Beltline in Madison on US Highway 1218 at West Broadway. There's no snow yet right now. It was kind of raining earlier this morning. You know, there might be some snow by the end of the day. Jacob, can you give us now the kind of brief understanding of what we're really looking at for today?
Yeah, there is a slight chance of snow later, but for the most part, we aren't expected to see much precipitation going forward. Right now, that rain has cleared out of Dane County, well, at least most of Dane County, the far eastern portion of the county, still experiencing some rain. Much of our eastern portion of our area still seeing that light rain, but for Madison and places west, not experiencing rain and likely won't experience rain going forward. Now, there is the chance for some snow later, but anything that does fall later in the day will be very light. Now, for those of you in La Crosse, not seeing any rain right now, but the snow is more likely for you folks as it will move into our area from the northwest. Flurries for southern Wisconsin and scattered snow showers for the central portion of the state. So the consistent snowfall will likely stay north of Madison, but even these areas will likely not see any accumulation. So this snow will continue during the afternoon and evening, and that snow looks to clear out of our area by around midnight. Now, looking at the current temperatures, 40s for southern Wisconsin, 30s around La Crosse. Temperatures aren't going to rise all that much today, so we're going to continue to see temperatures in the upper 30s to lower 40s, and that's right around where the high temperature will be. They may even drop as we go throughout the day. For La Crosse, much of the same. Temperatures will remain in the upper 30s with a solid chance of snow for you folks in La Crosse. But here in Madison, it's possible we've seen the last of the precipitation for the weekend and for much of next week as well. I'll have more details on that coming up a little bit later.
Jacob, thank you. We'll check back in just a bit. To our top stories now at 8. The University of Wisconsin has reached an agreement with state lawmakers which will unlock $32 million of funding. Republicans at the Capitol had refused to release the funds if the university system did not eliminate positions in diversity, equity, and inclusion. To get the money, UW had to compromise on those DEI positions. According to a draft agreement, the system will freeze the number of positions for the next 3 years. The system also agreed to reassign 1/3 of the current DEI employees to other positions.
This isn't getting rid of DEI, nor is it completely business as usual. We've agreed to partly reimagine how we go about our work to emphasize student success, which already, of course, is an incredibly important priority.
This comes amid a wide-ranging deal that will include funding for a new engineering building on the UW-Madison campus and pay raises for university employees. The System Board of Regents is set to meet this morning to discuss the plan, and if approved, the legislature would have to release the funds by the end of the year. The pro-Trump lawyer who helped devise the 2020 fake electors plot is now cooperating with Wisconsin investigators in hopes of avoiding more criminal charges. His cooperation in Wisconsin is the first indication that the state attorney general's office has launched its own investigation into the false slates of pro-Trump electors. So far, Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul has not publicly announced that any investigation is underway. And we're learning more details about a fatal stabbing Tuesday on La Crosse's south side. 50-year-old Bryant Smith is in jail accused of first-degree intentional homicide. According to a criminal complaint, Smith called 911 Tuesday night and admitted to stabbing someone he said was, quote, blackout drunk. Responding officers found Smith coming out of his apartment building with blood on his head. They then found a man face down in Smith's apartment with 45 stab wounds. Smith says he acted in self-defense because he thought the victim was going to kill him. Police are not releasing the victim's name at this time. Continuing coverage now, a school shooter in Michigan was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole on Friday. This comes after families of the student gunned down by Ethan Crumbly delivered hours of victim impact statements. 4 classmates were killed and 7 others were injured during the November 30th, 2021 shooting spree at Oxford High School in Michigan. Crumbly pleaded guilty last year to 1 count of terrorism causing death, 4 counts of first-degree murder, and 19 other charges related to the deadly rampage.
I was just shot, and I thought I was going to die.
Piece of me shattered that day. And 2 years later, I am still struggling to put them back into place.
Our family has a permanent hole in it that can never be fixed, ever.
He purposely murdered my daughter, Hannah, and 3 other children in order to make himself feel better.
Crumbly's parents await their own criminal trial. Jennifer and James Crumbly have been charged with 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter, and they have pleaded not guilty. Wisconsin Badgers wide receivers Chimere Dike and Skylar Bell are just some of the college football players entering the transfer portal this week. And these are big names with big investments from NIL deals. Our Catherine Merck spoke with an expert about what a transfer could mean for name, image, and likeness.
The team a player is with can have a lot to do with their name, image, and likeness. So transfers have lots to consider in that regard. But Brian Lammy with Team Lammy, an advertising agency who works with athletes in these agreements, says it can also be beneficial.
In some ways it can be an adjustment because they're leaving a school where they may be more established, but in other cases, it may be an opportunity in a new market to let fans there know what they're passionate about.
Something else Lammy says young athletes need to consider, many NIL deals might have rules about their behavior off the field.
There typically are going to be, behavioral or moral clauses that is important for the athlete to put their best foot forward. So you're, responsible for what you're doing on the field, but also off the field.
When athletes approach these kind of decisions to transfer, they have to consider all of their options, just like the brands do.
It's important that the athletes are just really thoughtful about getting it right, being prepared, and potentially, seeking expert advice, whether that's an agency like us or an attorney or their parents, or just making sure that they're being thoughtful about the commitments that they're making.
He added that brands will likely wait to see where their athletes are going if they're just planning to adjust their deals based on the new school. So there is a bit of a holding pattern here. He said that the players, the universities, and the brands involved in all of these deals are continuing to adjust to the very new way for these student athletes to make money.
Catherine Merck reporting. And now to the Wisconsin-Minnesota border battle. There's one guy who knows a thing or two about the rivalry, and that's Mark Johnson. He's played in it and then spent the last 2 decades coaching in it. Wisconsin captain Britta Curl told Zach Hanley on the Wisconsin Huddle that sometimes it's hard to believe Johnson is their coach during a week like this.
Sometimes I kind of have to remind myself who he really is, just the way that he acts and carries himself. He's just another guy. He's so simple and humble, and it's not about him. So when I really think about the reality of it and who I get to be coached by every day, it's really cool.
Wisconsin lost the first game of the border battle last night by a score of 5-3. Zach will have a look at that game and more coming up at 8:21. Some other news making headlines this morning across the state. In Milwaukee, TMJ4 News reports that the city has secured a $15 million grant to redevelop the troubled Northridge Mall property. The grant, funded through American Rescue Plan Act funds, will be used to complete demolition work, abate environmental contaminants, relocate utilities, and continue revitalization planning. The city has previously sought in court to take control of the property. And some positive news, a 91-year-old retired man from Door County is not letting his age get to him. Since the 1990s, Eugene Jacobs has been volunteering as a delivery driver for Meals on Wheels. And according to a coroner for the local Aging and Disability Resource Center, most of the recipients he actually delivers to are younger than he is. But he says it isn't about age, but rather a drive to help those in need. Good stuff out there. Time now is 8:08. Next up, the war between Israel and Hamas has entered its 3rd month. CBS's Bradley Blackburn reports on the latest developments. And you're taking a live look at the Wisconsin Capitol. Jacob has your full forecast just ahead here on Weekend Mornings.
Join me in the 608 weekdays on News 3 Now this morning.
The price of gold is at a 7-year high. Get top cash on the spot for your gold at Diamond Select. Cash in today while the price of gold is high. Don't miss out. Get instant cash for your gold today at Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
Clean, safe, fun. I was hoping daytime care for Mom would be like that. Grace's new center is so nice. Now, caring for Mom is so much easier.
It's easier to manage my chemo side effects since a Grace Supportive Care came to see me. It was a Grace, but it wasn't hospice.
When you're ready for hospice, you want a Grace. They helped make my dad's last weeks comfortable, calm. It was beautiful.
A Grace, caring every step of the way.
When the hands that do the fixing need fixing. When the hands that do the caring need caring. That's a job for O'Keeffe's Working Hands. It's America's #1 selling hand cream and guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked hands. Also available in O'Keeffe's for healthy feet.
There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock. Because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures, with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual. Baby, don't forget, it's the holidays. Give me something sweet, let's celebrate. It's getting late, and I almost forgot to celebrate.
At Diamond Select, our on-site goldsmith can create a beautiful one-of-a-kind piece. Whether it's repurposing an old ring or creating from a picture online, we're here to help you create jewelry of your dreams. Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Good morning, everybody. Here's a look at the 3 things you need to know to get you ready for the weekend. We do have another chance of some light snow later today and tonight, especially for areas north of Madison. In general, though, we are going to see colder weather over the weekend compared to next week, and we also aren't expected to see much precipitation after the chance of snow later today for the next several days. Current radar is showing a lot of that rain moving out of our area, but the eastern portion of our region still experiencing some showers. Jefferson, Dodge, even, Green Lake County. Stumbled there for a moment. Still experiencing some showers as that system continues to push off to the northeast. As we look at future track, we have a chance of some snow later today moving into our area from the northwest. So for those of you around La Crosse, especially north towards Eau Claire, you folks have the best chance to see the snow. As for southern Wisconsin, we will likely only see some flurries as we are going to experience some scattered snow showers in the central portion of the state, but we likely aren't going to see any accumulation. This will continue for the late afternoon and evening, and then by the time we get to around midnight, that's when the snow looks to really clear out of our area. We're going to continue to see some cloud cover overnight, but by tomorrow morning, especially by the afternoon, I should say, we are going to see the clouds break and we'll see plenty of sunshine. But despite the sunshine, temperatures will actually be colder tomorrow compared to today. So for today, the forecasted high will be around 40 for a lot of our area. The further west you're located, especially out near Iowa and Minnesota, high temperatures may only be in the lower 30s. And then as we go to the overnight hours, we'll see lows around 30 degrees with more cloud cover and then sunshine tomorrow, but temperatures will be colder than today with highs in the middle to lower 30s for our entire area. Now looking at the 8 to 14 day temperature outlook, we are going to see above average temperatures, in fact well above average temperatures for a lot of the Midwest, and this goes all the way through December 23rd. So this suggests we might not have a white Christmas this year. Now it's too early to say for sure, but it's an early suggestion that it looks like if we do have precipitation, it will be in the form of rain. And speaking of precipitation, we're really not going to see much of it. We are going to be very dry beginning tonight and lasting all the way through Thursday night with a chance of rain and possible snow by the time we get to Friday. So here's a look at the 7 to 10 day forecast for La Crosse. We are going to see warmer temperatures for the end of the week with highs in the upper 40s for Thursday, and Friday will also be in the 40s before that rain and snow moves in, and it will cool things off a bit, but still going to be above average, as the average high for this time of year is in the middle to lower 30s, and we're going to be in the upper 30s and lower 40s for a lot of next week. So temperatures will remain above average, and it looks like that's going to continue as we head closer to Christmas. And there's not really a big chance of rain or snow. That chance next Friday and Saturday looks to be fairly light. So the good news is that at the moment, traveling for Christmas doesn't appear to be a huge issue for now, but things could definitely change, so stay tuned.
Thank you, Jacob. In New York, the stock market ended the week on a positive note after the latest jobs report came in higher than expected. As a result, all three major indexes closed at their highest level of the year. The news was especially good for the S&P 500, which posted its 6th straight weekly gain. Looking at the numbers, the Dow ended the week with a 130-point gain. The NASDAQ gained almost 64, and the S&P gained 18, again setting a new record high for this year. Turning overseas, the war between Israel and Hamas has now entered its 3rd month. As the civilian death toll grows in Gaza, there are more threats to Jewish people in the region and around the world. Bradley Blackburn has the latest.
As Israel continues its battle against Hamas, the UN says Gaza is reaching the point of no return. Rescuers picked through rubble in the southern city of Khan Yunis after an Israeli airstrike. CBS cameras captured this moment when a crowd rushed a UN truck, desperate for deliveries of water.
The situation is simply becoming untenable.
At the UN in New York, the U.S. vetoed a Security Council resolution calling for an end to the fighting. The U.S. instead arguing for humanitarian pauses.
We do not support calls for an immediate ceasefire. This would only plant the seeds for the next war, because Hamas has no desire to see a durable peace.
This week, the Israeli military released this video of what it says is Hamas positioning anti-tank missiles. Rockets fired from Gaza continue to be intercepted over Israel. One landed on this car in Tel Aviv Friday, but there were no reports of injuries. Meanwhile, across the U.S., officials are increasing security as Jews celebrate Hanukkah. Anti-Semitic incidents have surged more than 300% nationwide since the start of the conflict. On Friday in Albany, New York, a suspect appeared in federal court after police say he fired a shotgun into the air outside a synagogue. Prosecutors are investigating it as a hate crime. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News.
The situation is also growing more dangerous for American troops positioned in the Middle East. A U.S. official tells CBS News in the last day there have been 10 attacks on U.S. forces in Iraq and Syria, including a rocket attack on the embassy in Baghdad. Well, still ahead, Jacob will check in with another look at Saturday's forecast. Plus, Zach has Friday's news and sports. Stick with us.
Kitchen and bath updates are two of the most valuable home improvement projects to increase value and add beauty. Mad City is Wisconsin's trusted interior remodeling expert, specializing in modern kitchen cabinet refacing and custom walk-in shower solutions. Avoid lengthy renovations. Your project will only take days, not weeks. Call now during our end-of-year savings event for 75% off installation of a new bath, shower, or cabinet refacing project with no interest and no payments till 2025. Senior and military discounts. Call during this program for a free $50 Walmart gift card with estimate. Plus a bonus. The first 50 homeowners who call now will receive a vacation voucher with bath, shower, or cabinet refacing purchase. Use it for a condo, hotel stay, or a cruise. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord, or taking in a snow day in a rugged CRV. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
At Foster Funeral and Cremation Services, we honor legacies. Let us take care of the arrangement so you can focus on saying goodbye. Veteran-owned and operated. Experience exceptional care and affordable service with Foster Funeral and Cremation Services.
Let's get real clear. If you have psoriasis and are experiencing joint pain, it could be psoriatic arthritis. Both are believed to be caused by excess inflammation inside the body. Get real with your dermatologist and ask about Real Clear Skin today.
Well, the rain has stopped here in Madison, but I want to take a break from the rain and show you some weather photos of the day. This first photo was sent in by Darlene from Judah, showing almost like a, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like a barren wasteland in the sense that you see the snow and not much else, and it's pretty flat. You see a few buildings and an American flag there, but in general, looks like a winter wasteland in this photo. But thank you, Darlene, for submitting this photo. And here's another one showing a cardinal in a tree with some snow, a pretty big cardinal, I should point out. This was sent in by David from McFarland. So thank you both for submitting your photos, and you can continue to submit your photos either through our app or through the email address on screen or through our website, channel3000.com. Now, I touched on it a bit earlier, but here is another look at the temperature outlook for the next 8 to 14 days. It shows that temperatures will remain above average as we head towards the middle of the month and Christmas. So this suggests that the chances of a white Christmas right now do look to be pretty low.
The border battle. It doesn't get any better than that. It's the biggest and best rivalry on ice in the 2023 edition, renewed last night in Minneapolis. Wisconsin won the last meeting in the Frozen Four semifinals. First period, though, Badgers down one, not for long. A little tic-tac-toe passing, and Maddie Wheeler lights the lamp to put Wisconsin on the board. Then later in the period, still tied at 1, Badgers with a 4-on-3 advantage, and Kirsten Sims sends a snipe into the back of the net. The Gophers, though, would score the next 4 and win 5-3 the final. On the men's side, Wisconsin hosting Penn State, and this quickly became the Carson Bantle show. First period, Bantle sends a one-timer into the back of the net, and he was far from done lighting that lamp. Bantle entered the game with 4 goals on the season. He finished with 7 and his first career hat trick. He scored in every period. Badgers win 6-3. High school boys hockey, Memorial hosting Verona in a Big 8 battle. Spartans down but not out in the first. Riley Boyle finds the puck, and the captain fires one into the back of the net to cut the Wildcat lead in half. But Verona would answer right back. Sean Hornberger finds Henry Mizell, and he cleans up the mess in front of the net. Wildcats go on to win 5-3 the final. For the 6th straight year, Wisconsin volleyball has found themselves in the Elite 8, and just one more win stands in their way from a trip to Tampa and the Final Four. And what a journey it's been for this group, or as Kelly Sheffield likes to say, what a climb it's been. The Badgers have gotten better each and every practice, every set, and every match, and they know they're ready for Saturday's moment.
2 things that are happening right now. We're playing our best volleyball of the year right now, and we haven't played our best volleyball yet. Both those things are happening. It's and part of that is how they're taking care of themselves, how they're prepared for the moment, but also being able to play with joy and freedom. And all of those things are kind of coming right there, that they're ready for the moment.
Wisconsin men's basketball has a top 25 showdown in Tucson this afternoon against the nation's top team, Arizona. The Badgers, they're feeling pretty good about themselves. They enter on a 6-game win streak, and they've been doing all the right things. Playing good defense, getting to the foul line, and rebounding. And playing good basketball has this team confident that they can play with anyone in the country.
Now we're really being able to get to see it, whether that's some guys on the bench that haven't really been in this situation before, or the people on the outside. I feel like we're here. We're going to continue to keep getting better and better.
Obviously, we're a good team. Won't be top 25 for no reason. Just, no matter what happens, we're going to keep the same mindset going into every game, and short-term memory with everything.
High school girls hoops, New Glarus taking on Oregon in an undefeated clash. Knights down early, but Lindsay Shadowalt doing her best to bring them back. The fadeaway J cuts the Panther lead down to 1, but Oregon is ranked number 9 in Division I for a reason. Sam Schmidt dials one up from deep. The Panthers stay perfect. They win 73-50. And that's it for morning sports. Have a great day.
Thank you, Zach. Coming up next, a look at our top morning headlines. Stick with us. This is Weekend Mornings.
Toyotathon is on. Time to make the holidays picture perfect with a new Toyota. We're going to need a bigger tree.
Get 3.99% APR plus $1,000 cash back on Tacoma when you finance through Toyota Financial Services. Toyota, let's go places.
Don't go into the new year with that old bathtub. Replace it with a sleek, modern walk-in shower from Mad City Baths, installed in as little as 1 day, with premium wall colors including Othello, Arctic Ice, and Sierra Sand, infused with microban antimicrobial protection for easy cleaning. Mad City is your trusted interior remodeling expert, also specializing in kitchen cabinet refacing solutions. Call now during our end-of-year savings event and receive 75% off installation of a new bath, shower, or cabinet refacing project with no interest and no payments till 2025. Plus, call during this program for a free $50 Walmart gift card with estimate. And as a bonus, the first 50 homeowners who call now will receive a vacation voucher with bath, shower, or cabinet refacing purchase. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
I volunteer because it's, I think, the right thing to do, and selfishly, yeah, I get a lot of joy from doing it. It's a joy that comes from taking people to where they need to go. Just watch your step coming out. You can't bottle it, you can't buy it. That only comes from volunteerism. When people really need to get to those medical appointments and they don't have any other means, I just look at it as kind of like the least I can do to try to help out.
When the hands that do the fixing need fixing. When the hands that do the caring need caring. That's a job for O'Keeffe's Working Hands. It's America's #1 selling hand cream and guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked hands. Also available in O'Keeffe's for healthy feet.
Pick and Save gives you so many ways to save, on top of our lower-than-low prices. Enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Plus, our weekly sales will keep your budget merry and bright. So get rewarded and save. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Teens have drama.
1 more minute.
Braces add more drama.
Oh, how does anyone do this?
Invisalign is better oral hygiene and no drama.
Toyotathon is on. Make your holidays a little more magical with a new Toyota. Come in today.
Get $1,000 cash back on your favorite models when you finance through Toyota Financial Services. Toyota, let's go places.
It's 8:30 right now. Details on a deal struck between Wisconsin's university system and the legislature, unlocking millions of dollars in funding. That's coming up.
And rain is clearing out of the area. I'll have your full weekend forecast coming up.
Plus, President Biden delivering remarks in Las Vegas last night following Wednesday's mass shooting that killed 3. That's all ahead here on Weekend Mornings. Good morning. Thanks for joining us here. I'm Kyle Pazorski. It is Saturday, December 9th. Let's begin this half hour by sending it over to Jacob Madison for a look at your Saturday forecast. Jacob, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing pretty good, and the rain is also clearing out of our area. I kind of wish it was snow, but in general, the temperatures are a bit warmer, obviously, so that's at least a little bit of good news. Now, looking at the current radar, still seeing some rain for the eastern portions of our area, but even the eastern regions will likely see that rain clear out probably within the next hour. Once that does, our entire area expected to be fairly dry, but we do have a chance of some snow later in the day. Now, for those of you in La Crosse, snow is more likely, especially north of La Crosse up towards Eau Claire, and the central portion of the state will also likely see some scattered snow showers. So flurries are expected for the southern portion of Wisconsin with some scattered snow showers north of Madison. They will be fairly light, not expect to see any accumulation, maybe a ½ inch at most, and this will mostly occur during the afternoon and evening before it clears out by around midnight with cloudy skies for the rest of the night, but then we're going to see sunshine by tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures right now are in the 40s for southern Wisconsin, 30s near La Crosse, a bit colder the further west you go, as middle to lower 30s right now in Iowa and Minnesota. The forecast for today shows the temperatures aren't going to rise all that much. They're going to remain right around 40 degrees. Wind's going to max out at around 13 to 15 miles per hour. And for La Crosse, maybe a tad bit cooler, but once again, temperatures aren't going to rise all that much with a chance of snow showers later in the day. I'll have more details on the rest of your weekend coming up.
Thank you, Jacob. To our top stories now at 8:30. The Universities of Wisconsin has reached an agreement with state lawmakers which will unlock $32 million of funding. Republicans at the Capitol had refused to release the funds if the university system did not eliminate positions in diversity, equity, and inclusion. To get the money, UW had to compromise on those DEI positions. According to a draft agreement, the system will freeze the number of positions for the next 3 years. The system also agreed to reassign 1/3 of the current DEI employees to other positions.
This isn't getting rid of DEI, nor is it completely business as usual. We've agreed to partly reimagine how we go about our work to emphasize student success, which already, of course, is an incredibly important priority.
Of course, UW Chancellor Jennifer Mnuchin speaking there. This comes amid a wide-ranging deal that will include funding for a new engineering building on the UW Madison campus and pay raises for university employees. The System Board of Regents is set to meet this morning to discuss the plan, and if approved, the legislator would have to release the funds by the end of the year. Kenneth Chesbrough, the pro-Trump lawyer who helped devise the 2020 fake electors plot, is now cooperating with Wisconsin investigators in hopes of avoiding more criminal charges. His cooperation in Wisconsin is the first indication that the state attorney general's office has launched its own investigation into the false slates of pro-Trump electors. So far, Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul has not publicly announced that any investigation is underway. Up north in La Crosse, we're learning more details about a fatal stabbing that happened on Tuesday on the city's south side. 50-year-old Bryant Smith is in jail accused of first-degree intentional homicide. In the criminal complaint, Smith called 911 Tuesday night and admitted to stabbing someone he said was, quote, blackout drunk. Responding officers found Smith coming out of his apartment building with blood on his head. They then found a man face down in Smith's apartment with 45 stab wounds. Smith says he acted in self-defense because he thought the victim was going to kill him. Police are not releasing the victim's name at this time. We're just over 2 weeks away from Christmas, so you better believe there are a ton of holiday activities happening across southern Wisconsin. We start in Rock County at the Rotary Botanical Gardens, where their 27th annual Holiday Lights Show is underway. This year, the Gardens Paths features more than 1.5 million lights with themed light displays and animations. You can get your tickets and see the official schedule at rbegholidaylightsshow.com. And next up, the zoo lights are back at the Henry Vilas Zoo this Christmas season. All tickets include unlimited carousel rides, and Santa will be available for pictures every night until December 23rd. This is a timed ticket event, and tickets are required to enter. It's also important to note there are no ticket sales at the gate this year. Zoo lights are happening Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays through December 30th. Entrance times are from 5:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. and gates close at 9. We're now going to take a live look at the Las Vegas skyline. Of course, it was earlier this week when 67-year-old career college professor Anthony Polito fatally shot 3 faculty members at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas campus. He was killed in an exchange of gunfire with campus police. President Joe Biden is asking Congress to step up and take action against gun violence. The president made the comments Friday after meeting people affected by Wednesday's mass shooting. Biden says all that he has done to curb gun violence isn't enough and is calling for a ban on assault weapons and nationwide red flag laws.
There have been over 600 mass shootings in America this year alone, plus daily acts of gun violence that don't even make the national news. This is not normal, and we can never let it become normal.
The president's remarks came during a planned speech to a crowd at a Carpenters Union training center in Las Vegas. And now some sad news. One of the biggest Hollywood stars of the 1970s has died. Ryan O'Neal, star of Love Story and Paper Moon, died in Los Angeles at the age of 82. According to his son, Patrick O'Neal, who posted on Instagram Friday afternoon, he said, quote, "My dad passed away peacefully today with his loving team by his side supporting him and loving him as he would love us." Jared Hill looks back at Ryan O'Neal's life and career.
Long before he was a movie star, Ryan O'Neal was already a heartthrob. Taxi lady! His role on the TV soap opera Peyton Place was his breakthrough, along with fellow newcomer Mia Farrow.
Yeah, made in your way is my way. Didn't you know that?
But it was the huge success of Love Story in 1970 that made him a Hollywood heavyweight.
Love means never having to say you're sorry.
Love Story remains Hollywood's definitive love story, the tearjerker that to this day tugs at the heart. CBS Sunday Morning spoke to O'Neal and his Love Story co-star Ally McGraw in 2021, giving them a chance to reminisce about the famous fictional romance.
You look stupid and rich.
Actually, I'm smart and poor.
It was fun to go to work every day and romantic.
How's it going, Mrs. B?
It's going, puppy. Something startling happened. Towards the end, I remember that a lot of the guys on the crew, whom we loved, please hold me, had tears in their eyes. And I don't think anybody was sitting around saying, ooh, wow, this is going to be a big hit movie.
Love Story earned $100 million at the box office, equivalent to $1 billion today. It picked up 7 Academy Award nominations, including Best Picture. It won for its score, which is as memorable as the characters. In 1972, O'Neal starred with Barbra Streisand in the comedy What's Up, Doc?
I just came in here for something for a headache.
You're going to need an awful big glass of water to get that down.
And the next year came Paper Moon, which brought an Oscar for his daughter, Tatum.
You owe me $85.74.
O'Neal's film career was fading by the end of the 70s, but his personal life continued making headlines, especially his long-term relationship with Farrah Fawcett. When O'Neal was diagnosed with prostate cancer in 2012, he said he was shocked, but chalked it up to bad luck. He said Fawcett taught him to fight back, and that's exactly what he planned to do. Ryan O'Neal was 82 years old. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
Time now is 8:37, still ahead. The city of Beloit is moving its polling places out of the city's schools. The reason why is up next.
Take your kitchen from looking decades old to looking like a feature in one of today's top home design magazines. It's so easy and surprisingly affordable with cabinet refacing from Mad City Kitchens. Plus, with Mad City's price lock guarantee, once you receive a free design consultation, we'll lock your price in and guarantee it for 1 year. As South Central Wisconsin's trusted interior remodeling experts, Mad City also offers custom bathing solutions such as walk-in showers. And now it's our end-of-year savings event. Receive 75% off installation with no interest and no payments till 2025. Call during this program for a free $50 Walmart gift card with estimate. And the bonus, The first 50 homeowners who call now will receive a vacation voucher with bath, shower, or cabinet refacing purchase. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
A 33-year-old woman has fenders and a new headlight installed on her bike, but the parts are badly designed and cause her to crash. She never walks again. She decides to hire Habish, Rotier, and she receives $14.5 million. The Habish team negotiates with the headlight manufacturer in Germany, the fender company in Hong Kong, the fender designer in Madison, and the bike shop in Seattle. It is literally the opposite of one phone call and a quick settlement. Habish, Rotier, national reputation, hometown service.
This is a real person seeking a solution to a real problem.
Hi, fine, how are you?
Welcome to the Good Feet store. How can I help?
I have plantar fasciitis. My knees hurt, my hips hurt.
Then she was personally fit with Good Feet arch supports.
I don't feel any pain anywhere.
Good.
Seriously, no pain in my knees, my hips, nothing. This is amazing. I don't want to take them off. It just feels like I'm in heaven. Oh, you're a blessing in disguise.
Try them for yourself with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Let's get real clear. If you have psoriasis and are experiencing joint pain, it could be psoriatic arthritis. Both are believed to be caused by excess inflammation inside the body. Get real with your dermatologist and ask about Real Clear Skin today.
Repeat the sounding joy. Kinder Joy. Open a world of surprise.
This is morning in Wisconsin. And while you're getting started, we've been getting ready to show you what's happening on this new day. News 3 Now this morning is leading the way with local breaking news, showing you the places and meeting the people that make our area special, and letting you know what to expect when you head out the door. Start your day with the Emmy Award-winning News 3 Now this morning, weekdays from 4:30 to 7.
And welcome back. We're now going to take another look outside. This is I-39 94 at the Wisconsin River, just outside of Wisconsin Dells. Traffic is moving along this morning. Jacob, it's kind of clear right now. We had rain earlier this morning, but you said snow's moving back in. That's kind of in the
a possibility, yeah. I would say if it does snow, it's not expected to accumulate, especially on the roads. But for the most part, the rain has passed and will be fairly dry for the rest of the day. Now, there is a chance we could see that snow later, especially if you are north of Madison. Now, if you're in La Crosse, I would say snow is pretty likely, but even up north in La Crosse and Eau Claire, it's still expected not to accumulate, maybe a ½ inch at most. But looking at the afternoon forecast, the snow showers are definitely possible north of Madison, and some flurries are possible down in the southern portion of the state. And this will occur mainly in the late afternoon and evening before it clears out by around midnight. And then by the time we get to tomorrow, especially tomorrow afternoon, we are going to see some sunshine, and the sunshine looks to continue for Monday. Now, as we look at the rain chances over the next 7 days, we are expected to be very dry for much of next week, starting tonight and in some cases starting right now. We're not going to see any precipitation until the end of next week, so expect dry weather, and the temperatures will also be a bit above average, although a little bit cooler than what we saw the last 2 days.
Jacob, thank you. Some more news now. With a major election year approaching, the city of Beloit is looking to make voting safer. Our Maddie Himes reports that the city is rearranging their polling locations and moving them out of the schools.
I'm here at Hackett Elementary, where students share their lunch tables with voters. Hackett is one of the 4 schools in Beloit that serves as a polling station, opening doors for community members to come in and mark their ballots during school hours. This puts lunchrooms and gymnasiums out of service on election days, and according to Beloit officials, puts students at risk.
Having voters coming in and out of a building unsecured during the day when you've got, kindergartners to 4th graders, 5th graders in that school. So we wanted to make sure that we're providing a safe location for voting and also paying attention to the safety of the kids.
The city of Beloit worked with the Beloit School District, the League of Women Voters, the NAACP, and La Voce de Beloit to plan and propose new locations. The proposed move still requires city council approval. That vote will be held Monday, December 18th, and if approved, the changes will roll out spring of 2024. In Beloit, I'm Maddie Himes, News 3 Now.
Still ahead, Zach Hanley checks in with Friday's news and sports. And we're taking another live look outside. There is the Wisconsin Capitol. Nice sunrise this morning. Jacob has your full forecast next on Weekend Mornings.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
If you're stuck between choosing to spend on a vacation or finally updating your kitchen or bathroom, with Mad City, you can do both. Mad City is your trusted interior remodeling expert specializing in modern kitchen cabinet refacing and custom walk-in shower solutions. If your kitchen needs a facelift or your bathroom needs a makeover, what are you waiting for? It's our end-of-year savings event. Receive 75% off installation of a new bath, shower, or cabinet refacing project with no interest and no payments till 2025. Call during this program for a free $50 Walmart gift card with estimate. And last chance during this program to get the bonus. The first 50 homeowners who call now will receive a vacation voucher with bath, shower, or cabinet refacing purchase. Use it for a condo, hotel stay, or a cruise. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
You've got this. Whatever it is, you're ready for it. Your newly purchased defenses, top of the line. Your backup, backing up. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with Access Checking. It's maintenance fee-free with no minimum balance requirements. So if your new house still has some old tenants, we'll make sure your checking account won't be giving you any surprises. You've got this with Associated Bank.
When the hands that do the fixing need fixing. When the hands that do the caring need caring. That's a job for O'Keeffe's Working Hands. It's America's #1 selling hand cream and guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked hands. Also available in O'Keeffe's for healthy feet.
Baby, don't forget, it's the holidays. Give me something sweet, let's celebrate. Oh, it's getting late, and I almost forgot to celebrate. Let's do it again.
Teens have drama.
One more minute.
Braces add more drama.
Oh, how does anyone do this?
Invisalign is better oral hygiene and no drama.
Experience the Channel 3000 News app today. Tailored for your news the way you want it. With a customizable home page and faster page loads. Download the Channel 3000 News app. Powered by News 3 Now. News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Good morning, everybody. Here's a look at the 3 things you need to know for your weekend. We do have a slight chance of some snow later today, but it's not expected to accumulate. In general, this weekend is going to be colder, especially compared to yesterday, but it is going to be a little bit dry, especially as we head towards next week. And we're not expected to see another chance of precipitation after today until the end of next week. So here's a look at the current radar. Still seeing some showers for the eastern portion of our area, but even the far eastern region likely going to see the rain clear up within the next 15 to 30 minutes. And then we're going to be fairly dry for the rest of the day. Here's a closer look. Still seeing some of that rain in eastern Dodge, eastern Jefferson County. Again, not expected to last much longer as it's looking pretty dry behind the rain. Now, we are going to see that chance of some snow as the winds will shift out of the west and northwest and bring some of that snow into our area. Now, for those of you near La Crosse, especially north towards Eau Claire, snow is pretty likely for you guys, but still not expected to accumulate. The southern portion of Wisconsin will only see flurries as there'll be more scattered snow showers north of Madison in the central portion of Wisconsin. Now, this will continue throughout the afternoon and evening before that clears out by around midnight. And then throughout the night, we're going to see plenty of cloud cover. But by tomorrow afternoon, the clouds will break and we're going to see plenty of sunshine. But despite the sunshine, temperatures will actually be colder. And it is going to be a pretty cold start to the week despite temperatures still being pretty close to average. It's just going to be colder than the last 2 days and still colder than today. Now, highs today are going to be around 40, and that's pretty close to the temperatures right now. They're not going to rise all that much. And the further west you're located, the colder it will be. Parts of Iowa and Minnesota may only see high temperatures in the middle to lower 30s. Overnight lows will be around 30 here in Madison, 20s for La Crosse up north towards Eau Claire as well. And then for tomorrow, our entire area will see high temperatures in the middle to lower 30s. Some areas may see highs in the upper 20s, but we are going to see plenty of sunshine. Now, the warmer temperatures are going to return. Here's a look at the 8 to 14-day temperature outlook. It does show that we are expected to see above average temperatures across our area and much of the Midwest. And we also are going to be dry, at least for the next 7 days, with our next chance of rain not occurring until Friday and Friday night. And it does look like that next chance of precipitation will start out as rain and possibly transition into snow. But even that chance doesn't appear to be very heavy. So in general, even when it does precipitate towards the end of next week, it's still going to be fairly light. Now, temperatures are going to be the warmest over the next 10 days on Thursday and Friday, and then they'll cool down a bit for next weekend, but still above average. The average high for this time of year is in the middle to lower 30s. We'll be close to that tomorrow and close to that Tuesday, but for the most part, we're going to stay in the upper 30s and lower 40s, and that will be a little bit above average for this time of year. And it looks like the temperatures may even warm up as we get closer to Christmas.
Thank you, Jacob. Now to sports with Zach Hanley.
The border battle. It doesn't get any better than that. It's the biggest and best rivalry on ice in the 2023 edition, renewed last night in Minneapolis. Wisconsin won the last meeting in the Frozen Four semifinals. First period, though, Badgers down one, not for long. A little tic-tac-toe passing, and Maddie Wheeler lights the lamp to put Wisconsin on the board. Then later in the period, still tied at 1, Badgers with a 4-on-3 advantage, and Kirsten Sims sends a snipe into the back of the net. The Gophers, though, would score the next 4 and win 5-3 the final. On the men's side, Wisconsin hosting Penn State, and this quickly became the Carson Bantle show. First period, Bantle sends a one-timer into the back of the net, and he was far from done lighting that lamp. Bantle entered the game with 4 goals on the season. He finished with 7 and his first career hat trick. He scored in every period. Badgers win 6-3. High school boys hockey, Memorial hosting Verona in a Big 8 battle. Spartans down but not out in the first. Riley Boyle finds the puck, and the captain fires one into the back of the net to cut the Wildcat lead in half. But Verona would answer right back. Sean Hornberger finds Henry Mizell, and he cleans up the mess in front of the net. Wildcats go on to win 5-3 the final. For the 6th straight year, Wisconsin volleyball has found themselves in the Elite 8, and just one more win stands in their way from a trip to Tampa and the Final Four. And what a journey it's been for this group, or as Kelly Sheffield likes to say, what a climb it's been. The Badgers have gotten better each and every practice, every set, and every match, and they know they're ready for Saturday's moment.
2 things that are happening right now. We're playing our best volleyball of the year right now, and we haven't played our best volleyball yet. Both those things are happening. It's and part of that is how they're taking care of themselves, how they're prepared for the moment, but also being able to play with joy and freedom. And all of those things are kind of coming right there, that they're ready for the moment.
Wisconsin men's basketball has a top 25 showdown in Tucson this afternoon against the nation's top team, Arizona. The Badgers, they're feeling pretty good about themselves. They enter on a 6-game win streak, and they've been doing all the right things. Playing good defense, getting to the foul line, and rebounding. And playing good basketball has this team confident that they can play with anyone in the country.
Now we're really being able to get to see it. Whether that's some guys on the bench that haven't really been in this situation before, or the people on the outside. I feel like we're here. We're going to continue to keep getting better and better.
Obviously, we're a good team. Won't be top 25 for no reason. Just, no matter what happens, we're going to keep the same mindset going into every game. And short-term memory with everything.
High school girls hoops, New Glarus taking on Oregon in an undefeated clash. Knights down early, but Lindsay Shadowalt doing her best to bring them back. The fadeaway J cuts the Panther lead down to 1, but Oregon is ranked number 9 in Division I for a reason. Sam Schmidt dials one up from deep, and the Panthers stay perfect. They win 73-50. And that's it for morning sports. Have a great day.
Introducing Belly's Flowers' new seasonal planter program. Makes the perfect holiday gift for home or business. Enjoy a unique seasonal planter delivered to your door 3 times a year. Growing for Madison since 1949. Order now at Belly's Flowers.
This time of year, we gather, we celebrate, and we remember the things that matter most. For us, that's you. And you are why we do what we do. Each and every one of you are wonderful, amazing people. So we'll treat you that way on your journey of trusted care, because the way you feel matters. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health, know how much you matter to this world.
My late father-in-law lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had AMD. I didn't know it then, but it can progress to GA, an advanced form of the disease. His struggle with vision loss from AMD made me want to help you see warning signs of GA, like straight lines that seem wavy, blurry or missing visual spots that make it hard to see faces, like this one, or trouble with low light. That makes driving at night a real challenge. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. GA is irreversible. It's important to catch it early. Talk to your eye doctor about GA and learn more at gawon'twait.com.
We keep this love in a photograph. We made these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, our hearts are never broken, and time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped
iPhone 15 Pro, your husband deserves it.
Carolers, to tell me you want a new iPhone? A better plan is Verizon.
No way they take this wreck.
Yes, they will in any condition. Get iPhone 15 Pro and iPad and Apple Watch all on them.
Please forgive him.
It's all good, just a little awkward. We'll wrap this up.
For a limited time, turn any iPhone in any condition into a new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium and iPad and Apple Watch SE all on us. That's up to $1,700 in value, only on Verizon.
Introducing Belly's Flowers' new seasonal planter program. Makes the perfect holiday gift for home or business. Enjoy a unique seasonal planter delivered to your door 3 times a year. Growing for Madison since 1949. Order now at Belly's Flowers.
Hope in the Wild, Saturday morning at 9:30.
Finally this morning, it's a new restaurant by McDonald's. The company's first new spin-off restaurant, called Cosmix, is now officially open. The inaugural location is outside of Chicago in Bolingbrook, Illinois. The fast food chain announced Cosmix menu items just this week, and it does not include McDonald's hamburgers or fries, but rather drinks like lattes, energy drinks, and slushies, as well as lemonade. However, there are some familiar items on the menu, such as McFlurries and Egg McMuffin sandwiches served all day. McDonald's has not yet revealed the locations for other Cosmix, but revealed the pilot program is planned for 10 cities across the U.S. Here now is Jacob Madison with one final check of your Saturday forecast.
Thanks, Kyle. Here's a look at the 10-day forecast for La Crosse. We're going to see the temperatures a bit cooler tomorrow, but then they're going to slowly warm back up to the upper 40s by Thursday. And then our next chance of precipitation after the snow today will be next Friday night into Saturday, and that will cool things off a bit. But even that next chance of rain and snow doesn't appear to be very heavy. As we look at Madison's forecast, pretty similar. Showers will be ending early. Much of our area has already seen the end of the rain. And then we're going to see 30s to start the week, 40s for the end of the week before that chance of rain. It will start out as rain and transition into snow, and at this point it doesn't appear to be a ton of rainfall or snow, but temperatures will cool off a bit as highs will be back in the upper 30s for the weekend.
Thank you, Jacob. Thank you all for watching. We're back here tomorrow at 6:30.